Tucked in the hills of western Missouri, you have the Ben Holladay Distillery. And from that distillery today, we are trying this, the 8-year, 5-month expression of their one-barrel bourbon. Are you guys ready? Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Savor the Bourbon podcast. My name is Jonathan. This is Mr. W2. How do you do?
I am jazzed and excited and doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm really looking forward to getting into this bottle.
Finally, we are getting into the 8-year.
8-year, 5 months.
5 months, but everyone knows it as the 8 years because this is the oldest thing that Ben Holladay has released to date.
Yep.
Their 1856 original, real Missouri bourbon.
Yeah.
And 8 years, 5 months.
Yeah, and Missouri bourbon is a thing. It's a thing now.
It is a thing.
5 years ago it wasn't a thing. I would say even 2 years ago it really wasn't an actual thing, but it is now. There are rating entities or whatever you want to call them are recognizing Missouri bourbon as a thing.
Yeah, so it holds true with all the stipulations to be considered a bourbon, but being a real Missouri bourbon also means that it's not just all of those things. It is
additionally
all the grains, all the contents of the distillate were all sourced in Missouri.
And the
barrels, the wood from the barrels sourced from Missouri. And then, distilled in Missouri.
Right.
Aged in Missouri. Bottled in Missouri. Start to finish.
All the things.
Grain to glass.
Cradle to the grave.
Everything in the state of Missouri.
Yep. That's a lot to say, but I think there's a lot to be said about that. I really think that's really cool. Not every state has that.
I would ask you to give us the bottle pop before we get into this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and just say, give us a bottle crack.
Oh, I did. It's cracked. Oh, shit.
It's a screw-off lid.
I didn't even notice that there's no cork there.
There's no cork. It's screw-off lid.
Screw off lid. Screw off. All right, cool. Anyway, what can you tell us about this bourbon? You talk, I pour.
Yeah, let's do it. And thank you also for getting us some. So
yeah, we didn't talk about this, but
earlier this summer, my sister from Knoxville came to visit and spent her birthday week with us, and they were able to because they knew somebody, and they got a tour scheduled for us at Ben Holladay, so we got to spend some time with there, and so you unbeknownst to me, you bought us a couple Glencairns.
Yeah, because
you have to have the branded glassware.
You got the Ben Holladay.
I did
bar mat. Yes. I got a T-shirt. They said you could have a T-shirt, and you bartered for the
They
mat.
said a T-shirt or a hat, and I'm like,
it was same price.
The bar mat's the same price as the T-shirt.
Yeah. And I got a hat and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and got these glasses because if you're going to review Ben Holladay, and we've done Ben Holladays before. Ben Holladay whiskeys before, but
oh my goodness,
we haven't had the Ben Holladay Glens, the Glencairns, so I thought it prudent wouldn't be prudent. I thought it would be prudent. It would make total sense.
So I'm gonna get into this.
Go ahead and get these glasses.
This is the Ben Holladay 1856 original 8-year 1-barrel bourbon. Like we said, the age statement on this actually is 8 years 5 months. The style on this, however, is specifically Missouri straight bourbon whiskey with a mash bill. Are you ready for this?
What do you got?
73% corn, 15% rye, 12% malted barley.
12%. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
That's a lot of corn, though.
That is a lot of corn. 75? Get out of here.
This bottle comes in at 122.5 proof.
It's pretty high proof.
That's pretty high proof. Holladay's home in Weston, Missouri has so much to take in. The rolling hills, limestone spring, and quiet beauty of the place could easily be mistaken for Kentucky until you learn its story. Founded in 1856, Holladay is the oldest distillery in Missouri and the oldest west of the Mississippi, still operating on its original site. Those same limestone springs were first charted by Lewis and Clark in 1804, 5 decades before Ben Holladay made the land his own. And this isn't just bourbon made in Missouri, it's real Missouri bourbon, certified under the 2019 state law that means it must be mashed, fermented, distilled, aged, and bottled in Missouri, aged in Missouri-made oak barrels, and, guess what? Made from Missouri-grown corn. There it is.
I've already been doing the...
Oh, yeah.
well,
We
actually,
gotta do that.
I can't say it. It's a Masonic thing, and that's probably too much that I can say here. But all right, so Emma, our tour guide, said that this is how she encourages her tasters.
Hold it close to your heart.
Yeah, close to your heart. But I can't do it that close because that's kind of where my microphone is. So I don't want it to sound like this. It'll be like the Charlie Brown. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So I'll hold it here. I'll hold it here for a few minutes. And she said something about when the condensation or whatever, like the
Getting a little
whatever that is.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, it shows up here, but it's been really humid around here lately in the KC metro area, so maybe that's why that's actually happening. So and once we do that, we notice that, we hold it for a while, and then we can like pop our hand off, and then nose the top of the glass, right? We hold the glass at a 45, nose the top of it.
Yep.
Right? Ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Okay, corn.
That's beautiful.
There was a slight proof bite for me.
A little bit.
There's something else there. It's like perfumey almost,
corn,
or like cologne.
There's caramel. There's char.
It's a masculine smelling thing.
Honey, molasses.
Hang on.
Some orange.
Hang on. You're throwing all these things. I don't even have my notebook out here. You said
I'm spewing.
this motherfucker's spitting. All right. Molasses, orange. What else was there? Honey, you said?
A little bit of honey. Orange, caramel, oak, char. When we did the tour, this was not part of our tasting that we had at the end.
It was not.
Because at this point, it's been out for a little while, but it is really hard to find. I don't think it was ever easy, but there early on, it was kind of everywhere for a minute.
Remember what she said? She said, "Don't swirl it. That's agitating it too much. That's putting too much in there." What the hell?
That's perfect. I'm okay with that.
Mine's right up to the edge. Yours is not. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Sorry. It just depends.
Oh, look at that.
These barrels aren't exactly completely flat. So yeah, that's right up there. It's beaded.
There's actually a thick edge to that.
Thick. Anyway, so so we're not supposed to just swirl it, give it the old SJ, the swirl job. I'm going to. I'm going to, because I want to see the legs.
It's got some legs.
Ooh, those
Holladay bourbon.
Those happen. Little, what'd you call them? Rivulets? Mm-hmm. Rivulets. They're on there. They look good.
Palate, please.
Yeah, let's hit the palate on this bad boy.
Ben Holladay.
122.5. And we've already got molasses, orange, and oak, honey and char, orange and caramel. I put orange on there twice.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, cheers, everybody, at Ben Holladay. Mm-hmm. Oak comes through, and vanilla. Was vanilla on the nose? Is that something you said?
Yep. That doesn't drink 96. That is nice and smooth.
I would disagree. I think it drinks.
Really?
It doesn't drink 122, but I'd say like maybe
100.
At least 100, maybe 106, 104 in that ballpark. But yeah, it drinks closer to 100 than 122.5.
I'm gonna say charred marshmallow and graham cracker on the palate.
Okay. You said graham cracker. I totally agree. GRAHAM cracker. What'd you see? Charred. What'd you say? Marshmallow. The citrus on this, there is citrus, but I'm having a hard time defining what that citrus is.
It's definitely orange, but it's maybe just a faint orange peel or an orange zest.
Orange zest. It's lightly. It's like a light orange zest.
That's delicious. That is really delicious. I'm gonna have to put this in a taster bottle and send it barbecue sauce.
I feel like there's a grassy note that's showing up on the finish. There's like a grassy note.
A little bit.
What did you say the barley count was?
It is 12%.
12%. And I'm picking
15% rye.
Huh. Does the rye show up for you?
I think so.
Does it have a spice bite?
I think there's some baking spice, and I think there's a rye spice. It's not full blown sourdough or pumpernickel.
Right.
But I think there is a little bit of a rye to that.
I'm going to go ahead and say the baking spice
and the nose when you come in for the palate
carries through.
The rye is there on the nose as you come in for the palate. Open that mouth up.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through the nose and the mouth as I come in for the palate.
The rye is there.
I don't trust myself to not like accidentally drown myself. That makes sense. Like to send the liquid down the wrong tube. The next thing you know, I'm over here coughing and sounding like I'm trying to sing Twist. You're not Twist. That's another song I hope we get to do, but it's not looking good. It's got a dried grasses rye kind of thing going on here. When I got the through the nose, through the mouth sip on the palate, that's what hit me. I think the vanilla carries through onto the finish. The light orange zest I think is still intact, but it's still relatively undefinable as far as the orange zest part of it goes. Sometimes with these whiskeys, it ggets really very orangey. It can be like orange flesh or orange marmalade, or those little orange sliced candies like we talked about in previous episodes, like the orange sliced candies that have like that sugar coating or whatever, and you just kind of you bite into it and it's like, oh my god, that's really good. Or like the orange sherbet kind of push pop things you get from the ice cream man. Push pop. Stay away from that guy. But yeah, I mean, I got like a little bit of a grassy note, some baking spice. The vanilla I think showed up. The light orange zest kind of showed through.
Vanilla showed up all the way.
The whole thing. I didn't put that here on the palate. It was on the nose for sure. What did you pick up? Is there anything else that you picked up on the finish?
Definitely some of that oak char.
Oak char? Okay, so oak char carried through oak and char? Because there was oak and vanilla on the palate and charred marshmallow on the palate. So would you say oak and char or oak char?
I would say char.
I think it's totally different. Charred oak, okay.
And this was distilled on September 18th, 2016.
2016. 4 years pre-pandemic. 2016. What month? September?
September 18th.
Do you guys remember what you were doing September 18th, 2016? I don't. I was probably pissed off at somebody. Because that's how I am. I'm always mad at somebody.
Okay, so, again, back to my graphic designer roots and all that. I don't think we've ever talked about this, but I think this holds true for most of the Ben Holladay offerings. You notice there is a gloss varnish on the 8 and the Ben Holladay.
But it's not everywhere that there's red.
No, it's Ben Holladay 8-year, and it's also 1856 original. 1-barrel bourbon is all gloss.
Oh, that's gloss here?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Whereas the rest of the label is just the standard matte finish. So they've done a spot varnish very deliberately on branding the 8 of the age statement and then the 1856 original 1-barrel bourbon. I like that. I like that a lot.
I do too.
Like that a lot.
It makes me wonder, like, I don't wonder why they did Ben Holladay 8-year red gloss. Why did they do 1856 original or 1-barrel bourbon?
Let me tell you.
1-barrel bourbon.
I'll tell you why.
In like cream white gloss.
I will tell you why.
Yeah. Why do you think?
Because this is not their soft red wheat offering. It is their 1856 original. So that is this expression.
That's the key point. Yeah.
That is the key point. This is the branding. That's the age statement. This is the product.
Yeah.
And then this and this is the 1-barrel bourbon, which is why it's 122.5 proof and not 96 proof. It's not a standard offering. It's not Rickhouse proof, but it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, so I mean, you can boil this down to all those basic universal questions, right? The who, what, when, where, why, right? You got the who, Ben Holladay. What is it? 1856 original 1-barrel bourbon. That's the who, what. What's the when? Well, the when is over here on the side, like you already said. September 18th, 2016. How long? We'll just say how long? 8 years. 8 years, 5 months.
8 years, 5 months.
So that's who, what, when, where.
Look at the side
Oh,
label.
where?
Look at the
Western Missouri. It's Missouri bourbon.
Look
All day, every day.
Look at the side label one more time and see,
All right, here we go.
see if we have a floor or a Rickhouse. Which I don't know if we do or not.
We've got lot/barrel. Lot is
So we do not have
16I 19.
And
Barrel
that's fine.
number 1325. Yeah.
That's fine.
Distilled on, like you said, 9/18/2016. Aged 8 years 5 months, and then down here in the small print, aged in new charred oak barrels.
The interesting thing is I feel like because this is it's labeled as their 1-barrel bourbon.
Yeah. 1 barrel. It's not finished in other barrels. It's not blended and finished. It's just...
It doesn't say single barrel, but...
I think that's another way to say it.
But Ben Holladay typically references their single barrel as their 1-barrel bourbon offering.
That's just what they call it.
Right.
Like other people call it single barrel, we call it 1 barrel.
And then they have a lot and barrel number on here. So to me, again, that reinforces this is a single barrel offering. But I'm kind of surprised they did not give us a floor and a Rickhouse that this came out of.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. That would be some fun and interesting information to add to the label.
Sadly, the day that we were there for the tour, there was a storm that rolled through.
Yeah.
We got to go into the cave, which was super cool.
Right.
But because of the storms and the lightning and all that,
yeah, the tin-clad rick houses.
We were not able to do the actual rick house tour. I really want to go back, and I really want to get another tour so that we can go into the rick house. One, because I'm selfish, which means that I have some video footage I want to desperately get.
Yeah.
But two, I want to experience the rick house.
Yeah. Nothing smells like a rick house.
Reach out, hook us up.
Yeah, actually, we're going to reach back out and see if there's anything that can be done, because
I'm not going to wait.
It's not like the entire experience sucked because we couldn't get into the rick house. It was great. Emma took great care of us. Yep. She broke up a new bottle of y'all's tequila, and guys, that was really good. I don't remember the brand name of it, but whatever that is.
The White Dog we got right off the
White
still.
Dog. Yeah, that was totally cool.
Okay. However,
right off the still.
However,
yeah,
I kind of thought twice of it just because it's kind of become part of my nature. But I know Ms. Katie,
Mm-hmm.
my sister Faith,
Mm-hmm.
and Tennessee.
Tennessee, don't forget the KC kid.
And the and actually the Casey kid also chimed in on this part of the conversation.
Uh-huh.
But there was a mug hanging on the tap there.
Uh-huh.
That no telling the last time that was washed.
Right.
And she just poured right from the still, and then we just went right down the line.
Yeah. Communion style.
You know,
Catholic or Episcopalian communion style. Only there wasn't a priest. It was
just our family. It was
person to person.
It was just a family tour, so it was just us. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But again, no telling how long that had been hanging there. Yeah. How many tours had already tasted from that?
Right.
She just poured, and we just, this is good.
Yeah, it was like super corny. It was a lot of
good.
corn right off the top. It's like buttered movie theater popcorn.
It was sweet. It was smooth.
It was so good. And we dipped our fingers in the two mashed tanks.
We swirled around.
What did they call those?
The fermentation tanks.
Fermentation tanks, yeah. Like one of them, it tasted like one thing. The other one tasted like something else. But either way, we needed to wash our hands because yikes. But like you said, we passed that cup around like we were family. And Faith told me, she's like, you know what, you're part of the family now. You know, deal with it. I'm like, yeah, you got it, sis. You know, F word, yes. And then, you know, if you don't think that we consider the KC kid blood relative,
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm totally here for it. It's
GTFO, son.
It's fine.
He's fucking blood at this point.
But there were definitely a handful of side eyes that went like,
what are we doing?
Who all else drank from that cup?
Right. How many bib overalls, good old boys, individuals have put their mouths on this damn
all that to say, cup. Do you have some numbers yet?
I do not have numbers. But before I start getting into my numbers, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know on this episode, just like any other episode, this is how we rate our whiskeys. We talk about bottle presentation.
Preach to me.
Preach
to me, brother Jonathan.
We talked a little bit about bottle presentation on this one, but we haven't even touched the embossment. There's embossment on here. We'll get into that in just a second. I'll let him talk about that while I work on my math. Not meth, but math. Anyway, so meth mouth. You got a couple dollars? Like, I'm trying to get gasoline.
Steve.
Gas. What was that? Meet the Tweakers or whatever from John Adair Morning Show. Oh, Greg, you're still a genius, I'm sure. But where was I? Oh, the rating system: nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation. We'll get into bottle presentation, like I said, just here in a little bit. He'll handle the bottle presentation, like talking about the embossment that we didn't even talk about, and the screw off lid that we didn't even talk about really a whole lot until except for the first 4 words. Anyway, so 0 to 5 on those 4 categories. We add those up to a possible 20. Divide that number by 2, so we get our 0 to 10 rating, and we'll get into that here in a minute. Talk to me about the embossment you find on that bottle. Here, there, and everywhere. Top to bottom.
So
nose to toes. Rooter to the tutor.
I think this is super cool. So the embossment on here is DSP Mo 5. Mm-hmm. The Mo part of that actually does not matter a whole lot.
Really?
It matters in terms of they are letting us know that they are in Missouri. But in terms of the DSP numbering system, the state does not factor into that. The fact that this is DSP 5 means that this is the 5th registered distillery ever.
Ever. In the country?
In the country.
Ever.
Ben Holladay is the first and the oldest distillery in the state of Missouri.
Okay.
Which means that if that's the case, they would not be Mo 5.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
Are you following with that?
Yeah, I am.
So because they are a DSP 5,
uh-huh,
that tells me this is the 5th registered distillery in the country.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm wrong,
Send us that email.
Leave us a comment. Send me an email. w2@savortheburn.com.
Yeah.
Jonathan, savortheburn.com. info@savortheburn.com.
Yeah.
But if I understand this correctly, and the research and what I've dug into this, the DSP's numbering system is nationwide. It is not it's not necessarily sequential. Mm-hmm. But it is.
I thought it would be, but okay.
Well, it's sequential in who registers when, where, how first. So, all that to say, to have a DSP 5 is a huge ass deal.
That's a flex.
Just like Heaven Hill is DSP KY, DSP 1. Mm-hmm. 1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is a huge flex. And but to contrast that and put this into perspective, our amazing friends at West Bottoms Whiskey Company.
Right.
They are DSP 266 or something.
I thought it was in the thousands.
It's like 20,066 or something.
Something like that. Maybe we could throw that in right here so you guys can see it. But it's in the West Bottoms Whiskey Company.
But to contrast that, though, there's a lot of numbers that go into the DSP.
A whole lot of numbers.
My understanding and how I've interpreted the MO, the state abbreviation, part of that doesn't really seem to have much bearing. It's not like this is the... Because if you take that into account, I would say, this is the 5th registered distiller in Missouri.
Right. That's how I see it.
That is not the case.
That's not the case.
Ben Holladay is they are the oldest distillery in Missouri.
Okay.
And
just because they are, not because of the DSP number.
To correct myself, they may be the oldest distillery in Missouri. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they didn't register themselves first, second, third, fourth.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's the case. But my understanding is, though, the DSP number is the important piece of it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The state abbreviation part of that
secondary
just helps distinguish what state that distillery is in.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I would love someone to comment and let me know, because
I mean, that does kind of go into the weeds as far as history and nerdery, whiskey nerdery kind of goes.
I'm trying to understand that, and
you're trying to. We're all trying to. All of us whiskey enthusiasts are trying to understand DSP. We're trying to understand everything that they put on these labels, and I mean, there's some gray area when it comes to
so. Anyway,
and if you want to deep dive into that, if you're a whiskey nerd and whiskey history and American history, I mean, it all kind of ties together. I mean, Bruzel said it that the whiskey business is a relationship business, but like from what we found out through the course of this podcast so far, anyway, that the whiskey history is American history.
100%.
There's so much of it ties together. I mean, it hits like a spider web. I mean, every point in whiskey history reaches out and touches 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe more, whatever points in American history.
Well, the fire at Heaven Hill caused Jim Beam to reach out and say, "We got you. We have space.
Come store your stuff here.
Come use our facility. Distill what you need to.
Distill what you need.
And we can put them in our rick houses. And do your thing." And in that process...
And kudos to them for doing that.
Yes.
I mean, it's competition. It's dog eat dog. It's you against the fucking world, But Jim Beam, being class acts, especially at the time, they weren't about that.
And in that process, they then seized the opportunity to acquire the Birnheim distillery.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I mean, good old JB could have been like, hey, let's just go ahead and acquire you. You guys are struggling. We can bail you out, but it's going to cost you. It'll cost you this much money. We'll pay you.
Yep.
And then they could have acquired the DSP
community.
one.
It is a family Of course they're competing. Of course there's
a friendly competition, though.
It's a friendly competition.
You know,
and at the end of the day, we're all family.
Yeah, right. It's like the Kansas City music scene for the most part, anyway. Like if we end up on a bill with 4 or 8 or whatever, however many, whoever booked the damn show, bands on the bill, like we want to be in a bill where we Burn the Gates want to be on a bill where they make us work for it. Like,
sure.
Oh my God, they were good. Like we need to step up our game. Let's not be strat gazers, like looking at our guitars. Let's not be shoe gazers looking at our shoes. Like, let's not be the dead air kind of band where, like, in between songs, there's nothing being said because the singer doesn't know what to say. Hey, we got merch. Like, hey, if you like what we're doing, check us out on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, any of the streaming services. If you like what we're doing, stop by the merch table, buy a t-shirt, stop by the merch table, we'll sign whatever you want to buy. Stop by the merch table, we'll sign your CD. Anything like that, right? And if you want to check that out, go to burnthegates.com, check out what we got. That's a side, that's not what we're doing here. That's not my point. I'm not trying to sell merch for Burn the Gates, but, actually, fuck it, I am. But anyway, the point is it's a friendly competition with local music here in Kansas City, as it should be in business when it comes to distilleries. And that's what it was. Jim Beam saw their fellow distillery people struggling. They said, you know what, guys, come on over here. Distill here. Store your stuff here. We got your back. So, to sum it all up, yes, the whiskey business is a relationship business. Whiskey history is American history. But right now, in the here and now, we're talking about this bad boy, Ben Holladay 8.5, 8 year, 5 month, 1 barrel bourbon right here, clocking in 122.5 proof. I'm stoked to hear what you gave it on your ratings. I gave the nose a 4.25. It was easy for me. I was wowed. There was molasses, there was orange, there was oak, there's honey, char, caramel, vanilla. Like, there was all the usual suspects for the most part anyway, and they showed up and they represented well. And I was wowed, and then some. That's why I gave it a 4.25. How about you? Where are you at?
4.5.
4.5? So you were wowed just a little bit more than me. That's totally cool.
This is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Love this.
On the palate, it bloomed a little bit, a lot of it.
It bloomed a lot of it.
A lot of it. So there was oak and vanilla, charred marshmallow, graham cracker, light orange zest, baking spice, rye spice, vanilla. I found a little bit of licorice there on the tail end that went into the finish. We'll get to the finish here in a second. But for me, the palate, it came up a quarter point to 4.5. That's where I'm at with it. I probably could have gone to 4.75, but I'm keeping it locked in at 4.5. How about you, W2? 5? You gave it a 5?
Yeah, it was 5.
Son of a limp biscuit. All right, cool. I thought I was being conservative.
I liked it.
And you are consistently conservative with your ratings. So
I try to be.
Here I am being conservative.
I'm like, woo, I love this.
Yeah, you gave it a full bit more than I did. All right.
5.
So moving on from the palate to guys, these are just our arbitrary, ratings. Your palate's not our palate, my palate, his palate. I mean, you got at least 3, you, me, W2. So anyway, if you don't like it, you can rate it yourself, start your own podcast, or just leave it in the comments. Let us know. Let's see here. Finish. For me, there was a grassy note that developed on the finish. The baking spice showed up. Baking spice is actually vanilla carried through. The light orange zest carried through. The charred oak. It was charred marshmallow. And oak was somewhere on here. Oak on the nose, charred marshmallow on the palate, but it was charred oak that showed up on the finish. How wild is that? And the licorice from the palate slid over into the finish. I didn't discuss that with W2 or you. I just, I was feeling it, so I wrote it down in the notes. If I'm wrong, please, let me know. 'Cause I think there's a little bit of licorice or this star... Anise. How do you pronounce that? Anise. Anise. I have a niece. Do you have a niece? I have a niece. She's very lovely. Anyway, so I don't know what accent that was. What in the hell am I doing? Anyway, so Finish, I gave it a 4 3/4. For me, everything it built upon itself. It evolved. It became something more than it was before. And I really did enjoy this finish.
I totally get that.
Yeah, it doesn't often happen, but with this one, it did. So I gave it a 4 3/4. How about you?
I totally get that, and I totally agree with all that. As usual, my finish came down a little bit.
It dropped a little bit? Okay.
I'm down to 4.5.
Okay.
No.
Like I said,
I peaked at palate, and then I'm right back down to
your palate's not my palate. My palate's not W2's palate. W2's palate is not yours. It's not mine. Everybody's an individual. Bottle presentation. We talked about this a little bit, maybe even at great length. It's got embossment here on the back. DSP Mo number 5 down here, or Mo 5. It doesn't say number or anything. Down here it says Holladay Distillery. As far as the embossment goes, it's a really cool.
There's nothing wrong with
label
this.
here. You got information on a side label here, on a side label here. It's like we've talked about, like the perforated edge of some of the, like with J. Rieger and company. Like they'll have like a perforated edge here. It looks like a train ticket or something, kind of on the side or whatever. This doesn't have that. It's a nice smooth kind of thing. It's not label on top of label, but it's got some embossment. It's not embossment. I'm sorry.
It looks like it.
It's just gloss ink or whatever.
Yep.
On top of matte ink or whatever.
Yep.
And then back here on the back, you have your government warnings. Everybody needs them. On the bottom, did we talk about the bottom?
It's a standard.
It's a bottom. It's a bottle bottom. It's your standard whiskey bottle, old school. Neck label is pretty cool. Not every bottle has that here.
It is a screw-off cap.
It is a screw-off cap. What the fuck? I say what the fuck, but
it is what it is.
One of my favorite distilleries, Jim Beam, has that too. But it says barrel proof, DSP Mo 5, 1856 original. It's got the Holladay logo. There's even fine print, small print on there. I'm not getting into it. I gave it a 4 1/4. I was pretty happy with it.
I gave it an even 4.
Even 4? Okay. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. So all those categories, if I haven't gone over it before, here we go again. Nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation. 4 categories out of a possible 0 to 5, added up to a possible 20, divided by 2. That's how we get our 0 to 10 rating. I gave it, all those added up, divided by 2. Mine ended up being 8.875, 8 7/8.
That's a good score.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, how about you, W2?
9 even.
9 even? Mm-hmm. How about that? Yeah, look at that.
We're right there.
We're an 1/8 of a point. That's a half a bib, quarter bib. I don't know.
This is so fantastic.
It absolutely fantastic.
And I'm gonna put this in every cocktail I can. This is gonna be amazing.
Unfortunately, it's a limited run, right? Like you're not. You're just not gonna go out to John Q liquor store and be able to pull this bottle right off the shelf.
It's hard to find. But they're releasing new releases of this all the time. So
excellent. How cool is that? Like one of your favorite
how long that lasts?
Local
I have no
distilleries.
Idea, but
yeah, you never know how long it could last. If we hit a recession, in another 8 to 10 years, we're gonna have a lot of these around. Because if we hit a recession, nobody's gonna be buying whiskey.
I hope so.
Well, except us. I'm definitely gonna stick around. I'll work overtime during the recession. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so all that to say, Ben Holladay, you guys, we have yet to have a bad pour from anything involving Ben Holladay.
Knock this one out of the park.
I stayed away from the. There was a something that involved strawberry in our tour that Miss Emma was pouring for everybody, but I tried the tequila. There was the Five Farms. Dude, that was the parent company.
Oh, I bought a bottle of that.
Yeah, the Five Farms Irish cream.
The Irish cream. I've been enjoying that in my
it's
coffees.
So good.
Every weekend since then.
Like if you like Bailey's, if you think you love Bailey's, try that Five Farms. You're getting mind blown. Like you're gonna love it.
Fuck Bailey's.
Right. That's what you're gonna think after you try it. If you don't believe me, try it and let me know. So thank you, Ben Holladay, one more again for putting out a fantastic product. We really enjoyed this. Hopefully, we did it justice with our review. If you want to stay up to date on all things Savor the Burn, which I know you do, definitely check out savortheburn.com and stay up to date on all things that way. That was redundant as hell. No matter who you are, where you are, what you're drinking, who you're drinking it with, never forget.
Keep on burning. Yeah!